you got us hungry with your fish sandwich story.
I'm telling you, 2 for $6. Can you beat that?
Where'd you go?
Right here at McDonald's.
You don't like McDonald's.
You guys make enough money that an extra $1 you can get a 2 for $7 at Arby's.
He likes Arby's.
You like the Arby's?
You see, I won't do fish until Friday though.
That 3 meat and whatever deal, that's a decent deal, but they rarely make the peach dessert the right way. They always overcook it a little bit, I think. Arby's. Yeah, I think they call it the 3 meat and cheese. You get like 2 cheese sticks, fries.
Oh, I remember that. It's shaped like a triangle. Yeah. That was good.
Y'all close to lunch?
Closer to dinner. It's going to take about an hour.
You guys can legally accept a fish sandwich from me?
Not really.
I'll go get y'all a fish sandwich each right now. I'll do it.
Too early for me anyway.
I give you the money, but that feels a little bit less gray area.
Yeah,
You guys get the free coffees from UDF all the time though, right?
I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee? Okay.
Coffee in my life.
I see the third shift sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I never liked coffee.
Today been pretty calm day, or?
It has been.
That's good.
Beautiful day. All kids are out of school, as you can see. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I see what I noticed up here is all the employees, all the government employees. I think I saw 3 park workers out there.
Yeah.
The one lady, I think I once described her as the hardest working employee in Delhi or something. She's the one that does all the weeding and stuff.
I told her that. I said, you are the hardest working person. You are nonstop. At least when we see her, she's working.
Yeah, I never see her where she's like at a rested state. She's always working her.
That field ready up there. I don't know if Seaton's got a game. You know if Seaton's got a game? I'm going to go up there and see if I'm
What do you know about this center up here, the Seton Center? Is it athletic complex, I think?
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I think it's just open in August.
Okay.
But
Wow.
obviously it's all private, so I don't know. Ours is a lot of money.
Yeah, it started getting confusing for me when Delhi went into business with a private company to open up a gym. Not for kids and stuff, in part, I guess, but for the public and for the employees.
Obviously above my pay grade, but that's just...
Yeah, I get confused sometimes, but I think generally speaking, when you start meshing private sector with public sector, you start getting a definition of fascism. And I thought if somebody up here, like there's a couple gyms up here, I thought that they take a beating when the government opened their gym in partnership with a private entity.
I can do pretty good with that guy fitness down there still. Wishbone? Yeah. It seemed like they're pretty good. They're supposed to show up at night. Yeah, that was 24 hours.
You belong to this one now?
I know.
So see, that's the key example is what I'm talking about. We stole the business from a pure private company and gave that business to a government-owned, partnered, as I understand it, gym place.
Above my decision making.
Yeah. Well, as citizens, we kind of, in theory, we have a decision authority over those that are actually directly making the decisions. But I understand in your police capacity, that's not exactly the same. But as in my citizen capacity, like, you know, that's what I'm doing out here right now is letting y'all know that, hey, that seems like fascism to me. And if you did your own research, you might think so too, and maybe say something in your private citizen capacity. Because what I did is I paid money so that we could take a business risk on a gym membership, on a gym up there that is going pretty good. We got the memberships, but if it didn't go good, that's a business risk I'm taking that I'd rather spend on some kids in need somewhere, or, you know, something like that. And the more stuff we got to pay for in government, the less financial freedom we have to choose what our priorities are, because their priorities might be a dog park that gets utilized maybe 10-20%, when like a child, if I bought a child food instead, that would be utilized at 100%, other than what they might poop out, you know what I mean, but depending on the context. I appreciate y'all talking to me. The complaint I had was I went to wave down an officer and he was just sitting there and he drove away on me. Denial of service. You wouldn't do that, would you?
Not if I saw you.
That wasn't you, was it?
It would have been me, because I got a complaint about me. And
Oh, it was you?
so I talked to Lieutenant Smalls, and I said, I never saw somebody. So,
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah. It is what it is.
I never heard back about that complaint. Now, were you the same guy up here that told me I had to step back when the Hamilton County deputy called?
I was up there, yes.
That's you, and you told me to step back, and I said, you step back or something?
Yeah, and then I said, Laverty came out to talk to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't feel like that was a lawful order you were giving me. Did you feel like it was a lawful order, or it's just a suggestion?
You can discuss that with Lieutenant Small.
You won't discuss the situation you had with me?
Because it's already been handled by Lieutenant Small, so I'm talking to you about that.
Oh, he handled it?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the result of that complaint?
I don't know. You can ask him.
Okay.
Because it's above my pay grade again.
No worries, you all get that taken out of your file even if you're found guilty like within a year. I think by January it automatically comes out. They might shuffle it to a new folder. It's hard to keep track of it because it just is.
Again, I just do my job every day as best I can and go from there.
A lot of us appreciate that.
I don't worry about stuff in my closet.
You think you got a hard job or easy job or somewhere in the middle?
I don't know, whatever you make of it, I guess. I mean, if they make it hard, you take it easy, you do whatever you need with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Society needs you to be.
You deal with many life-threatening situations? Either of you?
Not so much.
Not so much. Were you an officer somewhere else as well?
No.
No, just Delhi.
22 years.
22 years, wow. Wow.
Did you live in Delhi long?
I lived here, well, I was born here and lived here most of my life. I traveled and moved to Maryland for work for about a year. Another place or two for about a year here and there, 2 years.
What's Maryland like?
I lived in the city. I'm not a city guy. A lot of roaches, to be frank, and different culture. A lot of people don't.
What city was it?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. I would say the only city I can really think of is Baltimore.
Yeah.
The rest of it seems a little not so much.
I forget the area, but between Baltimore and DC is kind of a big developed area. I live there as well.
It's just a metro area from DC to Baltimore. Kind of like Cincinnati to Dayton. It's just
Yeah. A little bit more, I think, development out there because,
expensive living there.
yeah, expensive as well. Yep. That's what's kind of nice in today's world, too, is if you work remote or you travel and then you come back to Delhi, you're like,
Well, the Midwest is cheaper, isn't it?
yeah, you're getting a cheaper rate on a lot of things. You all close to lunch?
No.
No.
5:30 is good.
Last offer for a fish sandwich before I take off and leave you all alone again.
You're fine. Yeah.
Yep.
No thanks.
Yeah, she looked like a nice lady, and I think if I remember correctly, you have a couple nice kids too. Yeah, they look like good people. I was wanting to talk to you after you got recognized up here, but you had a crowd of folks around you. Everybody was, I think, giving you the kudos and stuff. So yeah, that's good stuff. You got promoted recently, didn't you? That's someone. Okay, I get y'all confused. That's Smith, and you're Williams. Okay. I think you both have reddish hair.
Yeah, he's pretty shaved. He doesn't have much hair on top.
Does he work as well? I mean, did he serve in one of the services as well?
He's in the Navy.
He was a Navy guy. Okay. Wow, his wife was too. It comes to mind the I think he's the national security advisor that just resigned over the Iran war. His wife was killed doing service, and he, I think, had like 7 deployments or something. In essence, a lot of people think of him as a war hero, but since he resigned coming out against the Iran war, a lot of establishment is coming out saying what scum he is and how he was a leaker with no evidence and this and that and the other thing. It's disgusting what people in power are doing these days, and unfortunately for a guy like me that isn't as sharp as he used to be when he was younger, you know, I try to attack those systems of things I see as injustices, and sometimes bystanders, frankly, gray areas, if you will, people that work for government but maybe don't support that system, or, you know, they're in such desperate times that, you know, with the percent of population that has to work for government because the private sector is getting demolished.
What do you suppose that percentage is?
In government now?
Yeah, you might know.
I don't know off the top of my head, but they're in the hundreds of thousands.
Like what percentage of, because we're what, how much is America? 330 million, 350 million?
Close to, yeah.
What percent of that is actually tied to local, state, or whatever government? I wonder what that is. That's a good question.
I know in Delhi we have what, around 28,000 or something?
Almost 30.
Almost 30,000.
We used to be 30, we lost the population.
And we've been there in the high 20s forever, I think.
I would say since the late 70s, 80s, probably.
And if you look at our expenditures in the budget for what I thought was a conservative type, small government type of area, that's what I thought my neighbors might be. I think we went from 20 million a year to 38 million a year in 5 years. That's a lot of growth. Now maybe that makes sense because we got these projects and now we have additional income as well, but that goes into the fascism of, are we really supposed to be revenue generating? Because that's a complaint folks make about you sometimes, is these cops are revenue generators, when your side of it is that, hey, we're just trying to do law and order, you know.
Honestly, we don't generate much money. Like,
well, I heard you all wrote about
tickets out of that $150 for $11.
yeah, so if we write a ticket, we get like, what do you say, like $11, that is what we believe.
I think that's deceiving though, because I think what happens is the other people that get the other percent of that, they give you kickbacks in other ways, is what I think.
I don't know.
But I think I heard you wrote 3 to 5, not you, but Delhi PD wrote 300 to 500 expired tickets in 1 year.
I couldn't tell you.
And to me, that's just not morally right. For a memory lapse, and you look at who that affects the most, people with memory lapses, the elderly.
Area of Gilchrist and Vidgill referring to many bikes ridden by young men, no white, one up and down the street, one has a helmet, one does not.
Hey guys, you stay safe, be good. Thank you, appreciate the talk. Hey, that went really well, I thought. Wasn't really sure how they're gonna react to me coming back, because I'd stopped up on my way to go and eat my lunch, had 2 fish sandwiches on me and offered them one, and that went okay as well. But now coming back, I thought that was the guy I made complaints against, but I wasn't sure. It wasn't just the last 2 times that I made complaints against him though. I've had some problems with him in the past, but he's definitely seemed a lot better today. The right attitude, the right everything, and I appreciate them taking the time to just have that conversation with me. It means a lot to me, because it looked like they were just sitting around BSing anyway, not on a call or really doing any real PD business. That was my impression anyway. So God bless and peace and love, all that good stuff.